Match point here on Cloud Kingdom in the top right, who has shown incredible form in PvP and remarkable resilience in PvZ. It is Asus ROG.Elfi. Down in that bottom left corner, a fairly unknown player before this event, certainly going to be having a lot of people singing his praises now. It is BLAST.Roof. Wow. Holy wow, I'm just so amazed. I mean, the transition choices that we're seeing Roof make are very unusual, but he always has just enough time to pull them off. The problem is Elfi's army positioning, Elfi's patience, Elfi's continual change of his own composition to answer properly. I mean, the election to go for Dark Templar Archons instead of High Templar Archons gave Elfi the extra oomph he needed to kill off 2 bases and then push. I mean, I'm just loving watching these 2 players play.
Yeah, and you were mentioning before about in the early stages of that game about how just Elfi has such good decision making where he's keeping his cool. What kind of sets him apart from, you know, just kind of your average player is that he was against the ropes, he was losing, he needed every single unit he could, and yet he still somehow managed to send a couple of zealots down to the bottom right side, somehow managed to sneak in those DTs up on the top left side amidst all that chaos, able to kill off the hatcheries, and all of a sudden our Zerg player who's on 5 bases is actually down to 3. He's tied. There's no more income for him whatsoever. He doesn't have the larva he needs to begin increasing his lead. That's how Elfi was able to get back in that game. Now, can Elfi keep his cool, carry this through to a clean 3-0 victory, and prove anyone wrong who's saying, well, he just rode on his PvP all the way to the finals, but right now he's going up against a very, very strong Zerg player, but a clean 3-0 sweep. While it would be good for Elfi, I want to say it's still exciting for us because those games are just so darn good.
I love long games. Does look like we see that BLAST.Roof, again going for his very, very early play. Excuse me, his very, very early pool, taking that expansion. This is the map where we saw him do that. Weird, unusual Baneling play. And in the meantime, we're actually seeing, interestingly, a Nexus First right out of Elfi Taya. Now, you can wall yourself off completely if you so desire, but I would honestly expect to see Elfi probably get that cannon up in time. I kind of have faith in his ability to just time his front properly, but even a player of Elfi Taya's caliber has been known to make mistakes before.
All right, now we do see that gas up now for Roof. Is he going to be doing a similar build to the last game? Is he confident in that build on this map? Is it the build that he's been practicing? We're about to find out. The building positioning here almost identical to what we saw in the last game where our Protoss player ended up losing to the Baneling buffs. I think the building placement is actually exactly identical here. Almost feel like I opened up the wrong replay, but indeed we do have the double expand going on right now as, you know, what exactly does Roof have planned? I mean, currently it looks exactly the same as that double expand, once again, maybe to throw off his opponent just a little bit. And indeed, that probe is going to spot it there. He's going to tell base back at home that they are indeed safe. There is going to be the metabolic boost. Sean, do you think we're going to be seeing the Baneling nest here?
Yes. Yes, I do. We are at 445, and there is that, we see that upgrade. Excuse me, that gas guys are down. 1 queen out. No queen number 2.
Right.
So that's almost a telltale sign that something absolutely bonkers is going down. Very smart play by Roof on this map. Every Zerg player is loving that range 5 queen just for general engagements, but this uses the range 5 queens to hide the main base. There's all the Zerglings going. Did Elfi Taya get the chance to watch that last game to see exactly what was coming, or is he playing in the dark right now? We see there's a Stalker coming out. Oh, this is going to spell disaster for Elfi. Generally, this one Stalker is going to be used to try to push the Zerg player back. This will give Elfi Taya about 15 seconds to see this push coming before Zergling speed is done and the Banelings are at his front door.
Baneling nest nearly done, and I just want to point out, if you didn't notice, that 1 queen is at the natural. I don't think I've ever seen a game really where the queens just chill out at the natural instead of the main base, but you mentioned it's to deny that scouting. The Stalker going to be moving out, the Baneling's morphing in on the left side. Is Elfi going to be able to spot this? He's got to grab the tower. He's killing off a second Zergling here.
He puts the Zergling on hold position, and then it dies, and he didn't reveal speed. There goes Elfi's going to walk. Oh, no! He goes by the Space Shark, and the Space Shark's like, I didn't see which way they went. And now it looks like Elfi finally turning around.
No.
The Zerglings literally waltz right on in, and there's the Baneling saying, hello, Probe, so kind of you to hang out by the cannon. And Elfi, who has just been showing incredible resilience, has a very fast game.
Sean, I think I know which build I'm going to be going up against a lot as Protoss on this map. Never open the front door when Banelings are knocking. This is why, because they will kill all your probes. Down they go. They are going to be very low on HP as well, taking a lot of splash damage. Can Elfi hang on? He is actually going to hang on here, I do believe. And he has suffered less losses than the Protoss in previous games. He does have 13 probes here. Sean, do you think he can actually recover?
Wow, it looks like he's almost done with warp gates. He's going to have a round of Zerglings coming up. And no, he doesn't manage to get it down. And there we see all the Zerglings streaming up into the main base. He just needs to kill probes at this point. We see 4 drones in production right now. We see also the Zerg has pulled drones out of gas, not really collecting at that high rate. He doesn't need to collect at a high rate. He is now streaming in with nothing but lings.
Wow,
and there's
GG.
a good game.
It ain't over yet.